What's up, everybody? Hero 310 here, back with yet another video. So, in this video, I want to ask a question, right? In the Boys TV show, what if vought would have made every single citizen superpowered? I'm watching The Boys on Amazon right now. I've only gotten to the first episode. I had a lot of other stuff going on, you know, different YouTube channels, healing my injured foot. But so I'm gonna bring up some points. So just forgive me if I say something like, I'm not too deep on The Boys. Like, I watch clips and I know the gist of it, of like certain things that happen. But okay. So what if vought made everybody? Or it was actually like a two-part thing. Like, why didn't vought make everyone in America super, and what if they did? To clarify, we are talking. It's only going to be people in America, because I believe The Boys is set in America in the TV show. I know vought has around 200 something active heroes. I believe they're worldwide. I don't know. I know they're like, if there's a superhero in another country, that's fine. But vought is generally an evil company. A company. You will say, well, no, they couldn't do that because if everyone in America had powers, then there would be no one to save. Well, I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. What I see them doing is being like private mercenaries, like loaning out superheroes to go to war-torn countries to help, go into war-torn countries to like help people such as countries that's in civil war, doing like little mercenary operations. So vought could still like use the supers to make money, and like to do business and all that. And we know that's what they're doing. So you can't tell me that's the reason why they didn't do it. Like I said, I haven't gotten too deep into The Boys yet. I'm only still on episode 1, if I'm being honest with you. I've only just started watching it recently, though. So it's extremely likely that it's just a supply issue. And I actually watched all but the last episode of God You, the show, the spin-off show to The Boys about the kids with superpowers in superhero school or whatever. And I vividly remember hearing something about not everyone successfully gets powers who take Compound V. I don't know the specifics, but if that's the case, then okay. You want to know what? I understand that. But come on, y'all. This is vought. Vaught's not the best. Like, I could see vought rehoming people, sending people away. I could see. I mean, if there's people who don't get powers, I see vought, deciding to, remove people from the picture, and we'll leave it at that. So yeah, I genuinely, and who knows, maybe that's what vaught's ultimate goal is, but from what I see right now, that's not it. So I am curious as to why they don't just try to do that, because then they could be vought would be the greatest company ever. Like, vought would be a company that actually owns America. Like, if the president had powers, hopefully not now, but if the president had powers, if all the police officers, the soldiers, and there would still be crime. Because listen, as we saw from God You, not every power is the same. Some powers are, let's be real, practically useless. So there would still be people who would need saving. But that's pretty much all I can really say for that. Or why didn't they make it? Oh, and I guess another interesting thing. Well, no, that we can get to that. We can get into the second part of what I'm explaining. Okay, so that's the section of why didn't they make it. Now let's talk about if they actually did make everyone in America super. Well, what would happen in terms of the Boys? Well, there are other people who have powers in different countries already. Like, I remember at one point, Homelander, or Black Noir was sent to go battle some people I believe it was a group of people in the Middle East who had gotten their hands on Compound V. So, yeah, there would be other people come, but most of the supers would be concentrated only in America, right? There's Homelander, of course. Really, this will determine on just how powerful how many heavy hitters does the country have. Listen, I believe right now, please don't quote me on it, I believe we have about 300 something million people in America, maybe more, maybe, I don't know. Depending on, how many, like a country the size of America, you may not get a lot of Homelanders, but you're definitely going to get a lot of Queen Maeve level fighters. And you're going to get you're going to get a few Stormfronts. And heck, you might get a handful of Homelander Soldier Boy level people, right? Because Homelander was like, some of the DNA from from Soldier Boy was used to, in the making of Homelander, which makes him so freakishly strong. So, all right, fine. You know what? No. Let me walk that back. We're just gonna let Homelander's gonna be the only one, but I don't see why you couldn't get some Stormfront and Soldier Boy level people, like maybe a few hundred. A country the size of America. So if it's like that, if you got enough people like that, in that world, vought would basically own the world. Like, there would be, the other countries could nuke them and all that, but, all it would take would be, if you go back to that fight with, I'll move out of the air for a minute here, excuse me. If you saw, Stormfront versus the boys when she was, battling Kamiko and all that, how she was just tearing through the apartment complexes. You're sending about 10 of them to an enemy country. That's it. Heck, you don't necessarily need to truly destroy a country or flatten it or level it to really damage it. Economically, if you if you just tear apart an entire city, the amount of money that it would take most countries, even most powerful and wealthy countries such as France, Germany, Russia, America, China, all of Japan, South Korea, you would financially cripple a lot of places. That would be the end of that fight. So you probably wouldn't even have to. That country would probably never go to war, right? Now, like I said earlier when I was before I started rambling, vought is actually a pretty evil country. Sorry. Hey, they might rename America just to vought, but anyway, vought is a relatively evil company. So I don't know, man. I could see, them kind of bullying other countries, or maybe I don't want to say they would unite the world, because that kind of wouldn't be in vaught's interest, because vought, is very business oriented, but vought would definitely be a little troublemaker. I don't see that country allowing people to come there and stay, because I don't like people who want to migrate, like people from, say, Jamaica, Africa, Haiti, Myanmar, Japan, people who want to come there to live there and hopefully get powers. I don't think they would do that, but we are into the realm of extreme speculation here. To make this short and wrap this up, vought, I believe, would just terrorize the world, kind of they would use their power to inflict their will on people. They loan out. They would do a lot of military interventions, just to. Well, I don't think they would need to secure resources if they. Because technically, wouldn't they have someone who could have powers, enough powers, and to make, because you can have someone like Starlight, you can have someone like Stormfront. You might not. Resources might not be the biggest thing they're after, they might just loan out soldiers just to make money. Like, countries pay them, for their service, and a mercenary group. But yeah, but that's pretty much that. Oh, sorry. There is one thing. There is the chance that every country in the world just gangs up on America, just to wipe out those. Just to kind of like wipe out the big threat. But nah. But anyway, this is Heroes Routine. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for listening to me ramble. I'll see you all next time.